Do you guys really know me? Have you guys ever wondered my backstory or like, where did this guy come from? I've moved here about 7 years ago from Tennessee, and I've been coming to Clyde for about 4 years. Well, I wasn't always a good kid in school. I wasn't always trying my hardest to be somebody and be successful. I was actually a lot like you guys. I came from a broken home, needed a place to go, and needed someone to talk to almost every day. I've been through depression, I've been through the drug phase, I've been through about everything that you can imagine. You know, I remember one time I was hanging out with my best friend and we started to drink, and things kind of took a turn for the worst, and I ended up in a car driving down the street, and it was all over the place. And I think every car that I seen was like, oh, this could be the end, you know, this could be the end. And we made it to his house, and a fight broke out and a gun was pulled. And I remember in that moment thinking, today's the day that I die. Today's the day that I'm gonna go to hell, and there's nothing I can do about it. I felt like God was really there at that moment, because the cops showed up and everybody took off. And of course, you know, that's not what I should have done. I shouldn't have ran. But a guy with a gun was there pointing it at all of us. And there's nothing we could have done. You know, you can't outrun a bullet, you can't outrun anything. And it's weird, because at that exact moment is when all of a sudden a cop car pulls up in the middle of a country house. There's no houses around, there's nobody that could have called the cops, and they just showed up because they seen cars parked in a yard across the street, like in a field. And that had to be a sign from God. That had to be something that saved my life. And I don't see any other way that I should be alive today. There's been countless times where I've been in accidents with my buddies, and the car was completely totaled, and all of us walked out without a scratch. And that just goes to show that in the darkest situations, in the darkest times, that God is there even though you don't think anybody is. I was super done with life, and I was depressed and on drugs, and you know, me and my mother fought 24/7. There was kind of nowhere for me. And at that time, I knew God could change me, and I kept coming to church and kept just kind of experiencing these little things that God has done, you know. And I realized that when I asked for patience, I wasn't just instantly patient. I had many opportunities to become patient, and it took me forever to realize that, okay, I need to actually change myself, and then I will learn to be more patient. And like, there's been times where I've been stuck alone, you know, sitting down in my bedroom with the lights off, and I've heard God's voice talk to me like, I'm here, you know. I've been in the pits of suicide. I've wrapped belts around my neck, and just kind of, God was like, this isn't time, this isn't your time to go, I'm here. And so I changed. I turned my life around for the better. I stopped doing drugs instantly. I stopped drinking instantly. And I know that's not how it's gonna be for all of us. I know not everybody's that lucky, but it goes to show that you can. You know, if you look back at me 2 years ago, you will see somebody that's a misfit. You know, like, that guy's not gonna he's not gonna make it in life. He's gonna end up dead or in jail. And if you look at me now, it's not happening. There's no way that I'll ever end up like that.